Styles. Let's look at selecting and playing styles. Go to Style Play Mode. To select a style, touch the style name and touch the style you want. For now, select Bert's Bounce and press Exit. Each style has 15 style elements: intros, variations, fills, endings, etc. Trigger a chord in the lower range with at least 3 notes and press Start. As intro 1 plays, you can see that variation 1 is flashing, meaning that after the intro, it will go to that variation. Here in the upper left corner of the screen, you can see the countdown of the measures remaining in the intro. As you go from variation 1 to 4, the musical parts naturally build and get busier in the same way a typical song builds. You'll notice that since autofill is on, a fill is automatically played into the selected variation. Of course, you can turn this off so no fill is played. Turn it back on and press Stop. Intro 1 has a chord progression. Intro 2 doesn't have a chord progression, so you can trigger your own chord progression. Intro 3 is a short intro designed to get into the song quickly. Endings 1, 2, and 3 work the same way. The styles are grouped in categories and can be selected on screen using the tabs on the left and right. The tabs along the bottom take you to more styles in that category. You'll notice this User tab that takes you to styles you've saved into the user bank. As we saw in the Sounds chapter, this Direct tab gives you direct access to more styles saved on your USB media. Factory tab, Funk and Blues category, Page 2, Capital Soul. Press Exit. Play a chord in the lower range and press Start. All of the factory styles are set up with lower chord scanning, triggering the chords below the split point. A chord isn't triggered until you play 3 or more notes. You can also choose to turn split off and trigger the chords using full chord scanning, triggering the chords anywhere on the keyboard. Since a chord isn't triggered until you play 3 or more notes, you can play melodies and only trigger new chords when necessary. In Global, you can select other systems of triggering chords, for example, a simplified one-finger method. Go to the Pop category, Page 2, and select Marvin G. Pop. Press Exit. As you can see, you can change to another style without stopping. There are several buttons and controls to help you interact with the styles. For example, this memory button controls whether the full accompaniment plays when you release the keys, or only the drums continue. Turn memory back on. Manual bass mutes the accompaniment except for drums and percussion, and allows you to play bass in the lower along with the upper keyboard tracks. Turn off manual bass. You'll notice that the bass will always play the root of the chord you are playing, no matter what inversion you play. If you turn on bass inversion, the bass will play the lowest note in your chord. Press Stop. Each style has 4 keyboard sets saved with it. You can quickly access them by pressing these 4 buttons under the display. From the Keyboard Set tab, you can see the names and touch them directly on the screen. When you select a style and this Style to Keyboard Set button is on, it will automatically select the first keyboard set saved with that style. If the light is flashing, selecting variation 1, 2, 3, or 4 will automatically select the corresponding keyboard set. If it is off, then the current keyboard set is kept even when you change to a new style. Press it again so it is lit but not flashing. You can also use these dedicated buttons on the left to open a style category. Jazz category, Afro-Cuban Jazz. This time we'll use the tap tempo to start the style. Tapping the button 4 times sets the tempo and starts the style. Chord Sequencer allows you to record a chord progression and have it loop. Press and hold the Chord Sequencer button for a second until it turns solid red. Then during the measure before the start of a chord progression, press the button again. It will start recording the chord progression at the start of the next measure. The button flashes red during the recording. Just before the end of a measure, press the button again. The button is now lit green, showing there was a chord sequence in memory. Press the button and the chord progression starts at the following measure and will loop, freeing up both hands to play the keyboard tracks. If you find that you use this feature a lot, you can assign the chord sequence record function to a switch 3 for example. Then it will always be ready to immediately start recording without having to hold down the chord sequencer button in order to arm it for recording. So then switch 3 would be the record button, and the chord sequencer button would be the play button. From the movie and show category, page 3, Artie's theme. Play a chord. Every style includes the settings for these pad buttons. They can have sounds assigned to them, rhythmic patterns, and patterns that follow the chords you play and sync with the style. They can play once when you press it, or loop. Dance category, page 2, 90s dance. To the left of the Start-Stop button, you will find the Synchro Start and Synchro Stop buttons. They control how the accompaniment starts or stops as you play the keyboard. Turn off the Synchro Start and Synchro Stop buttons. The PA1000 is very flexible, giving you the power to shape the instruments to your musical needs. For example, drums. You can simply change a style's drum kit from jazz kit to a techno kit, or you can go to a drum within a kit and make changes with the drum editor feature, like this. Rock category, foo rock. Don't play a chord, just press start so only the drums play. Press menu and touch track controls, then the drum edit tab. Press the track select button so the accompaniment tracks are displayed. Touch select here to choose the drum track to be edited. Along the top you can see the different drum and percussion families indicated by icons. Choose the snare drum family. Now you can adjust only the snare drum without affecting any of the other instruments in the drum kit. Press stop and exit. There are 2 ways to edit and recall a style. One way is to copy the original style to a location in the user bank, like this. Then do the edits to the user style. But the other way is best, using Songbook to customize the styles to your needs and be able to call them up in a logical and efficient way, as you'll see in the Songbook chapter. Press exit. The PA1000 has a powerful feature allowing you to convert standard MIDI files into styles. First, I'll insert a USB stick containing some MIDI files. Press record. Touch Style Creator Bot, then OK. Currently, the internal drive is displayed, so touch here to change it to the USB drive we inserted. Choose the MIDI file, then select, and the conversion starts. Write the style to one of the user locations. Of course, not all MIDI files can be converted to a style, but many can, and it's so fast and easy to find out which ones can be converted successfully.